The game is not over until you cross the finish line. One more lap, what I learned from Mario Kart, on today's episode of Real Life Talks with Brandon. Hello my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Real Life Talks with Brandon. I'm Brandon, and it's so good to see you guys here again for another fun real life talk episode. I hope you guys have been doing well. I've been doing quite well myself, and of course, I love hearing from you guys, so please, if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, we would love for you to write into Real Life Talks with Brandon at kid.beege@gmail.com. Once again, that email is kid.beege, B-E-E-G-E, at gmail.com. We love to hear from you guys. We'd always, of course, would love to read your questions on air as well. It can always be anonymous, but it helps keep the conversation going, because that's really what these are. These are just conversation starters, and today, I think we've got a doozy of a one, because this one kind of gobsmacked me, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to do my best to get through this one without crying. That's how bad it is. Well, it's not bad, it's good. It was a message that just this week, that just smacked me as I was driving, and I was like, man, where in the world did this come from, and who needs it? Who needs to hear this? So I guess it's only fitting to just get right into it. So I don't think it's any strange news to anybody that I am a nerd. I love my video games, and one of my favorite franchises is, of course, Mario Kart. And I'm sure everybody in their life, one way or another, has played Mario Kart. There's been so many variations of it, all the way from, the Super Nintendo, and now, of course, on Switch, and then it's even made its way to a mobile version and stuff like that. And, of course, I will sit and play some Mario Kart for a good unhealthy amount of time, because it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun. But it wasn't until, I want to say, a couple days ago, that a lesson just smacked me upside the head. And I'm going to kind of delve into this a little bit of how, or what I've learned from Mario Kart as of recently. And today we're talking about one more lap. And before we even get to that, of course, the one thing about Mario Kart is that there's so many facets to it that I do not have time to get into. So I'm not going to go into this in-depth facet of it, but there's a few things from it I want to take. For example, the courses. The courses vary in difficulty. And of course, they're all called cups. So like the Bell Cup, the Lightning Cup, I think it's the Mushroom Cup is the very first cup, and usually the Mushroom Cup is the easiest cup of all. You can get through that no problem, especially when you can choose the speeds, which sets the difficulty for your game. I think there's 50, 100, and 200 cc's. 50 cc, easy level. 200, be prepared to fight. It does not play fair. I'm going to be honest with you right now, Nintendo, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. 200cc does not play fair. But the other thing about it is with these courses, if you're playing this game for the first time, you might not know about the course. You might not know the path of it. You might not know the secrets of it. Because if you play Mario Kart, you learn that there are some secret paths that you can veer off the road and go off and go a different way that kind of gets you quicker to where you're going, and it's even hiding some secrets. Of course, what video game doesn't have that? What video game doesn't have a little secret path that you can go off? But the thing about it is, it's the course that we all know and love. But more importantly, what happens on the course? Of course, everyone starts, Lakitu, the turtle, comes out on his cloud, 3, 2, 1, go, and everyone takes off. And as you're going through this course, Sometimes there's little hazards in the way, and there's some oil spills, or the one track has gophers that pop up out of the ground and out of nowhere. If you're not expecting it, it can knock you off. But the one thing that happens in Mario Kart that we all know is that you hit the mystery box. And when you hit the mystery box, you are equipped with an item. Now, some of these items are good, some of these items they do all right. And some of these items you definitely want to have. The one thing that drives me nuts is when you get the squid. When somebody gets the squid, everybody but the person that had the squid gets ink all over their face. The lightning, everybody but the player that used it is shrunk down minuscule and is slowed down. And as I started thinking about all these different little traps and stuff, it made me think about how in life sometimes we're going on this course. Sometimes it's unfamiliar territory, and other times it's the path we know. But every now and then, somebody throws a banana peel. Somebody throws a shell. And somebody throws, there's or if you have the Boo, the ghost, he steals items and stuff like that. But somebody, somewhere along the way, somehow faces something that slows them down. And it's like, man, what the heck? Where did that come from? A lot of times we're like, where did that even come from? How did that even happen? How did this happen? And we face these unexpected snafus. And it throws us off. It's funny when it happens in Mario Kart because when a character is thrown off the trail, they always usually make this sound, whoa, 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 like they make all these different sounds, and you see the cart tumble and roll over, and it falls out, and here's the thing, though. After it's done tumbling and rolling over and careening and colliding, it gets back upright. And then you're ready to go on again. So this is almost on par with what we were talking about last episode about giving up, but not giving up in the moment, but giving up what's slowing you down. But what if we've come to a part where you can't give up what's slowing you down? What if you face the turtle shell? What if you face the banana peel? Funny enough, some of these items actually work not just in attack mode, but they work as great defense as well. If you take the shell, one of the shells, or the banana peel, if you take the banana peel and you hold it behind you, it helps stop any incoming shells. If you play the game, you know the green shell, you fire it off, it goes anywhere. The red shell, it hones in on whoever is in front of it. And so is life sometimes. Sometimes we get hit by a green shell. We're like, where in the world is that coming from? Out of nowhere, out of left field, that green shell comes in, boop, gets you. But then there's the red shell. The red shell we hear coming. We know that. And then you even see a little indicator. The little indicator that says that there's something coming up behind you. You either need to get ready or for impact, or get ready to defend yourself. And the thing about that is, it's great in Mario Kart, but in life, we don't get the warning that the shell's coming and is going to bonk us upside the head. And it sucks sometimes that we just, in these moments, we don't know what's coming. Life sometimes hits us with an unexpected curve. And in these moments, it's crazy I'm talking about this, because it's like, when one of the first approaches, I'm like, am I really going to talk about Mario Kart? Am I really going to talk about getting hit with shells in life? And it's like, sometimes you get hit from left field. And it's not as easy as having a banana peel behind you or a shell behind you or something. Life sometimes gets us. But there's one I really want to talk about, and this is where the revelation came in. That just threw me for the biggest loop. And we've all seen it before. If we've played Mario Kart, you know. I want to talk about the dreaded blue shell. The dreaded blue shell is a special shell because it doesn't just hit anybody. It is designed to only hit one person. And that blue shell is designed to hit who is ever in first place. This shell is usually used as a last tactic. Like, it usually, I think, it comes for somebody that's, like, in, like, 7th or 8th place. It's usually held for those that need to make a big comeback. And it is launched, and it has one mission. It is to take out who was ever in first place. And let me be honest with you in this moment right here. For years, I've played this game. For years. I played this game, younger, of course. And I never thought that there was a way to stop this shell. This shell comes along, and you can hear it coming. You can even see it on the little map in the corner of the game that you can see somebody has launched it. And especially if you're in first place, you already know that it's coming for you. You can see it on the map, and then what's even worse is that you can hear it coming even more. And you hear it coming for you, and you just sit there and you go, man, I was in first place. How are you going to do this to me? And it comes, and here's the cynical part of it. As it comes, it finds you, it hovers over your head for a split second, and says, I know you're in first place, but watch this. And then, kaboom, comes down on you and knocks you out clean. For years, when I was playing this game, I thought I accepted defeat. I went, man, it's gonna get me. Man, I worked so hard to get here. Do you see what I came through to get here? All the banana peels I had to avoid, all the shells that came tossing at me. I finally got here to first place, and this is how the story ends? And here's the thing. After all that, it's funny because for me, it always happens when Lakitu or Lakitu comes down. And as he comes down, he holds up that sign that says, final lap. I got one more lap to go, and I'm doing so good, and you're telling me that this game is about to end with me losing because somebody had to launch a blue shell? Before I continue on, has anyone ever felt like that in life? You're running in life and you keep going and you're pushing through and you make it and you make it and you finally feel like you're on top, and out of nowhere, all of a sudden, here comes the blue shell to knock you out from where you are, and you're just sitting there like, man, how can we get to this? How can it be like this? And some people just sit there. Maybe you're like me, you sat there and you've accepted defeat because you don't think there is a way to bust this blue shell. Until I learned haphazardly the trick. You see, there is this little box that's in the mystery box, that is red and yellow, and it is a speaker. And if I'm not mistaken, it is called the Super Boom. Now, when I look this up, there are methods to avoid this blue shell, but the absolute best method, they say, the best method is to get this box. And the moment you see that blue shell hover over you, you trigger this box, and what happens is this box emits a loud noise that it shatters the blue shell. And I went, oh my, what? You mean there's a way to do this? There's a way to get out of this? You mean I'm not going to lose? Can I give you Can I give you some hope today for this? Because I need you to take this out of Mario Kart for a second. I need you to take this out of perspective of Mario Kart for a second and apply this to your own life. Because I know that there are some days that blue shell is hovering over you. And I need to tell you today, you have the box. You have the Super Boom. And you're probably wondering, Brandon, how in the world do I have the Super Boom? You have the Super Boom in your voice. You have the Super Boom in your mind. And I need you with all power that you have, that whenever that blue shell comes around and hangs its head. And here's the thing, I don't know what your blue shell looks like, but your blue shell may look like whispers of doubt, whispers of insecurity, whispers of things that tell you you are not enough and that you can't make it and you can't do it, and that I know you've been through this course and you've gotten through everything, and I know you're here in first place, but do you even really belong here? Do you even belong in this spot? I know you've gone through everything, but what makes you think you deserve to stay here in first place? I need you to get that boom box out from your pocket, get it in your voice, and I need you to say out loud, I am enough. I belong here. I've worked my way here. I've gotten to where I am, and I've persevered through everything that is rough, that has been smacking me along the side. I've made it. And I'm here to tell you today that I've got one more lap in me. I'm sorry to yell at you today, friends, but this is how I feel about this analogy of this blue shell that's come to torment and come to haunt you. You are enough. You can make this. You've got this. Get that voice out loud and say it. I can do this. And the second you say it, boom, that blue shell is broken, disrupted, and it explodes everywhere. And when you cross that finish line, oh, buddy, you got this. You got this. So I don't know what you're facing this week. I don't know what you're going through this week. I don't know what you've got that's hanging over your head, but I need you to say out loud, you will not beat me. I need you to get that Super Boom out and speak to that blue shell and say, you ain't got this, I got it. And the second you declare that, the blue shell is gone. It's gone. It's no longer hanging over your head. So I need you to remember that every single time that blue shell decides to rear its ugly head. It even works for the red shell. It works for the green shell. It works. I know the road is bumpy. I know it's hard. I know the course. You probably know the course. You've known it. You traveled this road before. But then there's new traps that come along. New distractions, new deterrents that come along and get you. And I'm here to tell you, you can do this. You've got this. Get that voice out. Give it that big boom it deserves. You've got one more lap in you. So that's today's real life talk. I hope you've gotten something from this. I hope you get the analogy of Mario Kart and how we can apply that to our life today. If you got something from this, leave a comment. Email us kid.beej@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. But this is your week to get loud, to bust up some disruptions, and to keep going. You got one more lap in you, and you can make it. You got it. I believe in you. There's people out there that believe in you. We believe in you. You can do this. Until next time, I love you, kids, and there's nothing you can do about it. Bust up those disruptions. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, kids.